Maayong pag-abot sa bahandi sa tinuuhan, or treasures of beliefs, superstition. This digital exhibit invites you to explore the old beliefs and practices that shaped the everyday lives of our ancestors. As you move through each item, think of it as a simple guided tour where each object has a story to tell. Bahandi sa Tinuuhan focuses on the beliefs, stories, and superstitions passed down through early Filipino communities. These are parts of our intangible heritage and show how people explained events around them before modern knowledge and science, just like how the ancient civilizations such as the Greeks and Romans used myths to understand the world. Our own ancestors used objects like the habat, lana, bulawan, ikog sa pagi, and other items as symbols of protection, healing, and guidance. These objects help connect their beliefs to real everyday life. Through this exhibit, you will see how these items were used and what they meant to the people who relied on them. The goal is to give you a clear, simple look at how superstition and tradition were part of their daily lives. We begin our tour with the habak. A small leather charm worn around the waist, especially by infants and young children. It contains the soft inner core of pumpkin seeds, which families believe help protect the child during vulnerable stages, such as teething. The habak is used to protect children from buyag, or harm caused by excessive admiration, and lason, or harmful intentions or spiritual energy. Many Filipino families still practice this today, showing how old beliefs continue to coexist with modern child care. Now, moving on to our next object, which also focuses on protection, but in a different form. This is the lana, a small sealed bottle containing folded Latin prayers and ritual residue. This one comes from Siquijor, a place often associated with traditional healing. Families keep lana to protect themselves from curses, barang, harmful spirits, or sudden misfortune. Some also use it for guidance and blessing during travel or significant life events. People believe that only a traditional healer or a mananambal can safely open or read its contents. For many families, the lana is both a spiritual shield and a reminder of ancestral practices that are still respected today. We continue with another protective item, this time made from a natural marine material. Here we have the ikog sa pagi, a stingray tail whip made by the owner's grandfather in coastal Leyte when he was young. In folklore, the stingray tail is believed to repel aswang and other harmful beings. People say the sound of the whip scares the creatures away. Some healers even used it in rituals, and families hung it in doorways to guard their homes at night. Although making a new one now is prohibited for conservation reasons, existing stingray tails remain important cultural pieces that reflect how people protected themselves using what nature provided. From spiritual protection in a bottle, we now shift to a tool that served both practical and protective roles. Is a bronze knife, handcrafted by the owner's grandfather in the 1970s. While it was a practical tool, it also carried a protective meaning. Many Filipino households place blades near windows, doors, or sleeping areas to keep away harmful spirits and creatures like the aswang. This knife became part of the family's rituals, for safety and protection. Today, it serves as an heirloom that connects the family to both tradition and memory. Next, we look at an item valued not for its shape, but for the natural qualities people believed it carried. The bulawan, or gold, which has long been seen as a material that can deflect curses and send them back to whoever casted them. Because of this belief, many protective amulets or anting-anting were made of gold. People viewed gold as a strong spiritual shield that could block negative energy and harmful intentions. It was especially valued during the conflicts or when traveling to unfamiliar places, serving both as a protection and a symbol of spiritual strength. After seeing natural and crafted protective items, we now move on to pieces shaped by family tradition and faith. The wooden crucifix pendant, handcrafted by the owner's father, uncle, and relatives during their Sunday gatherings. The cross was given to the children in the family as a source of protection from harm and evil spirits. This practice reflects how Filipino families combine craftsmanship, faith, and traditional beliefs. The pendant is not only a keepsake, it is also a symbol of family bonding and spiritual safety. From a personal pendant, we now look at a widely recognized symbol of devotion in Filipino homes. We have the Santo Niño, purchased in Cebu, the center of devotion to the Holy Child. The Santo Niño is widely believed to bring blessings, safety, and good fortune to the Filipino homes. This exhibit illustrates how beliefs, faith, and folklore overlap in Filipino culture. Many families keep the Santo Niño on their altars not only as a religious icon, but also as a symbol of guidance and protection. To close our tour, we move on to an item that has served not only one family, but an entire community. Our final items are the statue of San Roque and a family Bible. These have been used for more than 20 years during the nightly rosary gatherings called Gagmayng Simbahanong Katilingban. San Roque is known as the patron saint of the sick, so families pray to him for healing and protection against illnesses. These objects have traveled from house to house in the community and have become part of many people's prayers and experiences. They now represent shared devotion, unity, and the spiritual life of the entire purok. Bahandi sa Tinuhuan presents a collection of objects that reflect how early Filipino communities understood protection, healing, and the unseen world. Each item in this exhibit shows that the beliefs were not just stories, they were lived and practiced through everyday objects, from charms used to safeguard children, to tools and materials believed to repel harm, to religious items that guided both families and the entire communities. These objects reveal how tradition and spirituality shaped daily life. By looking closely at these pieces, we see how folklore, faith, and practical needs blended together. The exhibit shows how these beliefs influenced behavior, strengthened family bonds, and created shared practices that continue today. Bahandi sa Tinuhuan reminds us that intangible heritage becomes real when it takes physical form. Through these objects, we witness how our ancestors connected their beliefs to the world around them, leaving behind cultural traces that remain meaningful in the present. Thank you for joining this guided tour. You are now free to explore the rest of the exhibit. Simply tap the QR code or link provided to view any of the items you want to explore further.